Hello, welcome to Secure Systems Incorporated. My name's Melissa. How can I help you? Yes, Yeah, that's no problem. I'll just have to transfer you to our billing department. If you could give me your... hold on a second. Hello there. One moment. You'll just have to call back later. Well, hello. How are you? Can I help you? Oh, no worries about that phone call. I'm sure if it's important, they can call back. I think our customer service is much more important when it comes to in-person. I mean, whoever that client was, I'm sure they're nothing compared to you. Anyway, I'm Melissa. I'm the receptionist secretary here at this office. Do you have an appointment? You do. Of course you do. You seem like a very organized, very professional person. I'm very professional too, you know. Oh, I've had many jobs. Although you really shouldn't call any of my bosses or former jobs to find out. But why would you do that anyway? I mean, we're kind of jumping the gun, aren't we? There's plenty of time for us to learn so much about each other. Oh, of course, your appointment, yes. You were just all about work, huh? No time for play? We'll see about that. So you said you had an appointment at 1:30? Oh, you're a little early. That's so sweet. Can I just have your first and last name? Okay. Let me just open up our calendar. Could you spell your first name? And your last name? That is a beautiful, beautiful name. Where are your parents from? Oh, that's wonderful. Where do they live? Do they live here in the States? What's their exact address? It's important for me to know this before I submit and let the boss know that you're here for your meeting. I have to have all the information. That's right. So their address, please. It's important to have as a backup. It is true, I will need your home address. Okay. And is that in an apartment complex? No problem. The 5th floor, you say? There's elevator and stair access? I know this seems detailed, but my boss is very specific. Do you have any windows that face a fire escape? Safety first and everything. I have to know this, I'm sorry. You do, okay. And is that window normally locked? I know that seems like a strange question, but my boss likes to know these things. It is locked. What kind of lock? Oh, those are easy to break through. I mean, you should look into getting a more secure lock. In the future, though, maybe just wait a couple nights before you secure your home. Great, so now that we have your address and your parents' address, just in case I can't get in touch with you, or if you're ignoring my calls, or you try to move away, I at least can find your family members. Sorry, not me, I meant my boss. You know, if we're going to continue this business relationship. Although, you're a very good-looking person. You have such beautiful eyes, such lovely skin. Maybe we can have a more personal relationship? No, not you and my boss. Forget about my boss. I'm talking about you and me. You just want to go into your meeting? You are so business-minded, which is really, really sweet. I like the idea that you're already thinking of how you're going to work hard to take care of us when we start our family together. Big house, lots of pets, maybe some plants as well. Yeah, I have a little bit of trouble with animals and people for some reason. I think I'm a people person, but the only thing that doesn't seem to get scared are my plants, and even they sometimes seem to grow a little bit away from me, which is it's so bizarre. But anyway, I could see our future together so clearly, don't you? Oh, you're right, I'm getting a little sidetracked. Yes, I'll continue and I can get you into your meeting, which you're so anxious to get into. Are you in a rush for this meeting? Is it maybe because once you finish this business meeting, the rest of your day is free? Maybe we can go out for a late lunch break, an early dinner, drinks, dancing, stargazing at night, far out in a field where no one can find us. No one can hear you as you try to run away. And not that you would want to run away. It would be a very romantic night. You seem to be getting aggravated, my dear. There's no need to worry. I'll continue with my job. I can be professional too. So, it looks like this is your first time at the office. What company do you work for? Oh, I know that company. I used to work there. Unfortunately, I'm no longer employed there. The boss there and I and some of the employees and the night cleaning people and the mail people and the people that did the parking and the people that worked at the cafe across from the building, well, for some reason, all of them came to some consensus that I wasn't a good fit, that I didn't understand boundaries. I mean, I don't know what they mean about boundaries. If anything, I thought all of them didn't understand that boundaries are meant to be broken. Rules are meant to be bent. Sweet lips like yours are meant to be kissed. Oh, yeah, you're right. I guess kissing over my front desk would be a little strange in the middle of a work day. You stick by the rules. I can respect that. Maybe I can convince you to break some later. But anyway, so you work for that company. Oh, you must be here to meet with the boss about the merger. Are you excited about that? I'm certainly looking forward to merging with you. I mean, our businesses, of course. What else could I mean? You know, you have a dirty mind. Not that it bothers me. I'm very open-minded to all types of people. I just seem to have this knack for looking into someone's eyes and knowing right away when it's meant to be. And sometimes that person doesn't always agree, and I have to follow them from job to job, country to country, track them down, and just shake them until they understand what our love is. And when they don't understand and see it clearly, they have to go. I don't mean anything by that. Oh, darling, don't look so worried. You're safe with me. So, yes, you're here about the merger, the 1:30 appointment. And did you bring certain files? You have your quarterly reports and the business's yearly annual reports as well? Good. Yes, I see a note here that my boss was looking for that. Don't worry, my boss isn't too strict. I mean, she does get a little upset. She seems to have this problem. It's so silly. I mean, sometimes in the morning when she comes from the office, I'm already there waiting for her on her desk. And she doesn't seem to appreciate that, which I don't understand why. I mean, Wouldn't you want your secretary to be up bright and early waiting for you? Of course, I knew you would see it my way. Oh, no, I wouldn't say that I bring coffee or breakfast. No, it's more about what I don't have on me, that I don't bring with me. That's kind of the fun surprise. But she just yells at me and says I'm being inappropriate and to put my clothes back on and get back to my desk. Oh, not my clothes, get my close the door. That's what she says, close the door. And sometimes when I'm here late at night, because it's so important to be a good worker, I hear her lock the door. Like she locks her door so I can't get in. And I'm like, let me in. Come on. I can see you're in there. And yeah, I'm really lucky because when I got hired, there's a clause in my contract that I can't be fired for the first month no matter what. So I've been really taking advantage of that. But unfortunately, my boss, she just keeps pushing me away. But that's fine. It's time to move on to new horizons. And you just walked in here looking like an absolute treat. Now let's be honest, between you and me, I'm going to have all this information about you, your name, and your birthday. Wonderful. Oh, and I probably should have asked this first. Your marital status? Single? Perfect. I mean, I'm not going to lie, if you weren't single, I have ways of taking care of that, but this makes my job so much easier. The company's job, that is. So, perfect. Your favorite color? These are important questions. Your favorite type of food? And what do you look for in a partner? These are all part of going into your meeting. I know it sounds strange, but you can trust me. Like I've always said to every single client and person and customer and stranger on the street, I'm a professional. You can trust in my ways. I know what I'm doing, and I know how to get what I want. So, continue. You like someone a bit more shy and reserved? I guess I could be shy and reserved. But isn't that so boring? Wouldn't you rather have someone that's aggressive, that knows what they want and goes for it? No, you like to be the pursuer? Well, I could be pursued. Come, pursue me. Well, why aren't you pursuing me? Because it's 1:00 in the afternoon at an office at both of our jobs, and that's unprofessional. And I'm not your type and I make you uncomfortable? No, sweetheart, you're confused. You might think I'm not your type. You might think that you're uncomfortable. You might think that you're seeing all these red flags popping up. But darling, you're mistaken. I'm exactly your type. And I'll make sure to prove it to you. Pretty soon, you'll be crying, begging for mercy. I mean, begging for like mercy as in you're so in love, and I'll be merciful to let you be my partner, you know? You won't be like screaming to get out of the trunk I locked you in. That's crazy. Anyway, sorry, one moment. Hello. Oh, yes. Yes, ma'am. Your 1:30 appointment is here. No, I haven't been harassing them. I told you I still have a week left here before you have been threatening to fire me, and I'm going to change your mind. And if you say no again and again, I have a new target. Not a target, a new friend. Oh, they're very, very attractive. You have to stop cursing and getting so upset, ma'am. I promise that I'm just doing my job. Yes, of course, I'll send them in. Oh, that was no one. Send you in? No, actually, it wasn't no one. It was my boss. She says she's running a little late. So you'll have to stay with me for a little longer. And I don't know if you've noticed, but most people are out on their lunch breaks. So we're basically alone in this office together. I can just save some of this information that I've put down, print it out, copy your phone number and address for later, in case you try to get away. And you and I can spend a little quality time. What do you think? Don't you just see a wonderful future for us together? I mean, it was fate that brought you here, don't you think? It was your boss who sent you over to talk to my boss? I don't think so. I think they were like Cupid and Aphrodite, and you and I are meant to be lovers for the rest of our lives. So what do you say? What do you say about taking a leap, coming into my car? No, you shouldn't have listened to what I said before. Not the trunk of my car. I'll even let you sit in the front seat. I'll fasten your seatbelt on, nice and tight so you can't go anywhere. And I'll bring you out to that empty field. I have a place there. It's not quite a house, it's more of like a cellar, but it's very comfortable, a little dark, a little damp. But I think you'll fit in it just fine. You'll be a wonderful addition, a wonderful specimen for my collection. No, you don't have to go get my boss. She's not there, That's not good. Well, I still have 1 week here, and I have all their personal information. That's plenty of time to get into a little bit of trouble.